Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? It's Yoshinator195 here, coming at you with another gaming commentary video from Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And this time, I am playing Hardpoint on the map Extraction. And today's episode, I kind of want to talk about should you play the objective, because it's a little bit of a theme, I guess, with the, going into a game mode like Hardpoint or Domination and coming into a lobby and seeing if people actually try to go for the objective. Because I recently did a video, and I think it was one of these shorts that I just kind of uploaded, and it said why multiplayer can be frustrating, and I talked about my time on Nuketown. I think I was playing Domination and seeing how people weren't really going for the objective. They didn't want to do it because they just wanted to shoot people. And I said a comment basically saying, just go to team deathmatch, just go over there, don't come to Domination. It's something where it's an objective-based mode. You're playing with a team, and it kind of got an interesting response. And I'm kind of a little bit surprised by the comments and reactions, but I think it's a good, healthy debate and discussion of how you treat game modes in general. So I want to go through some of the comments here, and I've chosen this gameplay, as you'll see, because throughout, I think I had a couple matches before that, started to, firstly try to get back into Hardpoint, which is a game mode that I think I actually started enjoying when it got originally released back in maybe, I like to say Black Ops 2 or something like that. And I thought it was a very cool way of mixing in kind of a domination element, but also Headquarters, which is another underrated game mode that I will also upload a video for. And I enjoy Hardpoint, and kind of tailored to my love of throwing smokes and just throwing chaos there. And in this mode, I was playing a couple of games before this, having a little bit of a tough time, and just things weren't really going my way. And so this one, I kind of felt even more determined. I think it was the third match, and you feel a little bit warmed up after a couple of matches, and you just really, really want to win. So I was really going kind of hard into this game mode, and I was getting a little bit sometimes frustrated, and I was like, just relax. It's just a Call of Duty game. Don't stress. You don't have to be yelling. But I really, really wanted to win it. And as you can kind of see, it was getting kind of tighter and closer. And it's 39-42. And this map was it's not one that I played too many times, and I hadn't known the layout that greatly. And I started realizing, man, this is actually so open right now. This is almost difficult. How do you even get this hard point where it's behind a helicopter on a heli launching pad? So I was really okay, this is going to be tough, and the other team are really going for it, and please, God, I hope I actually want to win this game. So I was glad that, my team are also trying to push hard, and you'll see throughout the match how kind of close it is. But coming back to these comments, I got someone, I love reading out the username, so, I apologize if you don't want your username written out, said out loud, but I also think it's, these are kind of funny, and it's YouTube, public domain, I'll give you a bit of a shout out as well. But at Little Snotbag, he said, go to ranked or stop complaining. This isn't serious. Do you seriously expect everyone in a quick play or Nuketown 24/7 to just want to play objective? This is the second most popular map for the camo grind. What? Again, reinforcing this isn't ranked, Valorant, or I think he meant Variant, or a game where your standing matter is in the slightest. So I kind of see his point of view about, going into ranked and letting that be a little bit more of the focus of, that should be about objectives, not about grinding for camos. And yes, Nuketown 24/7, even I've been guilty of it as it's a go-to map for just leveling up guns, grinding, getting up to prestiges as well. And, it happens to anybody. Sometimes you just, you don't want to play the objective as much. Sometimes you're using a terrible gun as well, and you're I can't play the objective as hard as I want to. I'm just here. I need to get kills off mounting. And I think I remember, it's not stakeout, but shoot house, I believe. And I just mounted myself on the wall and just would be aiming down that long corridor and just trying to get headshots, trying to get mounting kills, trying to get those at the same time. So I respect that in a level sense. However, and I think my comment back to him or to another person who also kind of argued something similar was that it defeats the spirit of the game mode. And I gave this kind of maybe similar, dumb, simple analogy that it's like arguing that playing soccer by just doing keepy off and passing it around amongst themselves with no intention of actually wanting to win is still good and more than okay to do so, because they're grinding for passes, possessions, and practicing ball skills. To me, that grind can be better served elsewhere, also in line with being just a general all-around better person for respecting the game mode and your teammates who might actually be trying to play it right. Unless, of course, and this is kind of the exception to these game modes, that you really, really want to play the Slayer type of role, and which is just someone whose job is to go around and kill people. Like everyone else get the objectives, your job as a Slayer is you got to put the pressure on the other team, keep killing them, keep spawn trapping them, keep putting them in the back seat so that they cannot even get anywhere near to the objective while the other people get the objective. Now, that to me is the exception. You have to communicate and coordinate this. So I hope the analogy of just think of a soccer team playing keepy of just what are they doing? It's just frustrating. And to me, I kind of think if you want to try and have a little bit of sense of honor and maybe even some self-respect in Call of Duty, I know it sounds funny. It's just a video game. What are we talking about here? It's Call of Duty. Relax. It's not that deep. But, if you actually, respecting the game mode that you're in, to me, that's what it's all about. You should be trying to go for that objective. And I think there is a fine balance of where you can grind camo while doing the objective. You don't always have to be focused solely on just grinding things and hanging back and being super ultra conservative and just, not wanting to be as risky because you're going to die, etc., because you're putting yourself on the line. And I just think of, why can't you do that, in team deathmatch, scenarios? Why can't you do that in free-for-all? I'm a little bit more, I guess, what's the word? I forgive people for trying to grind camos or Nuketown 24/7 because they don't have control of the game modes, because it's just a random rotation. It's domination, team deathmatch, kill confirmed, whatever. So, in a sense, Nuketown is great because the idea behind those kind of maps, they're very small, they're easy to grind. You're going to run into people more often. That's what it's there for, compared to, say, bigger maps where you're I'm not going to run into many people. The spaces, the corridors aren't as easy to get these kind of kills that I need. Nuketown, stakeout, shootouts 24/7, those are the go-to. So I get, to some extent, I can forgive people for maybe not playing the objective. But I don't know, it is an interesting argument and a debate, because I think in the past I was a little bit more of just I'm just playing for fun. I'm just going to do me. I don't care about the objective or not. I'm also going to try and, grind some camos. I just want to kill people. I just want to go around and things like domination, you kind of tempted into just hanging back and, overlooking a flag because people are going to run there. People are going to try to play the objective, so I'm going to go pick them off, get my kills, my guns grinded up, the camo, and that's what I'm just going to have a good time. And if they're going to play the objective and run into me like lambs to the slaughter, that's my right to do so. And so there is that argument and that side of that anything's allowed in the game. Anything, it's everything's legal. Basically, you can do it however you want to. So I'm not criticizing it's illegal to do this. You can't just grind for camo. It's anything that's possible in the game is kind of possible. Whatever. That's how it's designed. But I do, maybe as I'm getting maybe older, I don't know if it's a sense of maturity, but sometimes I don't know. I feel a sense of the respect for the game mode that I'm in, the sense of that I kind of want to win and I kind of want to play the game right. I have that noble notion a little bit that I want to play the game how it should be played in the spirit of the game. And especially if you can kind of tell within the first minute or so how your other teammates are doing, you want to do right by them. So to me, I'm also I want to do right by my team. If they're also going for the objectives and they're putting their body on the line, hell yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my body on the line. So you see me throughout this game mode. Hopefully you'll see me. I'm just trying as much as I can. Sometimes I'm just in a terrible rhythm. but I'm hopefully, you know, putting my body on the line, just getting numbers to the objective, just putting, that's especially with the hard point, you just need to get there. Just try your best to get there. Sometimes you can kind of pick them off if you know what you're kind of doing or where they're going to come from, but just try to go get there, create some chaos, try to, you know, increase your survival time as much as possible. And I think we're down like 20 points now, so it's kind of close, and I'm also like, please, like, come on, like, I really, really want to win this. So, you know, coming back to some of the other comments, I think someone also mentioned at Nicholas AIZ, spawns and objective like hardpoint and Dom are way more predictable. I get that you want people to play objective, but there's ranked for that. Again, the other argument, you know, this is talking about, you know, how spawns are predictable so you can easily grind up camos. The ranked mode, to me, I have to try it a little bit more, but it seems it's definitely not for the casual gamer, and it seems maybe like, you know, if I think these lobbies are already sweaty and difficult, like I'm not that very good at Call of Duty. Why on earth would I be playing ranked? You know, like that to me is just absolutely madness. So I also think you need to have like a good squad with ranked in terms of coordination, party chat, someone talking. Like, I don't exactly have that all the time. You know, barely have like a full squad. I might have like one person who I can regularly communicate. But, you know, to me that's just like increasing the level of difficulty that I'm comfortable with this game. So I'm not really going to play ranked for that. And what's the point of having these game modes in general? Like the other argument is like, well, if I know there's ranked for that, then what's the point of having domination and hardpoint and headquarters in just regular matches? If people, you know, why don't you just call them all grinding camo modes? Like, there's clearly some reason why they're, and people, I'm not, you know, maybe it's a 50-50 mix of 50% don't give a crap and 50% actually do care about, but there's clearly some people that actually want to casually play and go for the objective. There's an audience for that. So I'm confused why, you know, people are like, just go somewhere else because there's no room for you there. Well, hold on. There's room for you elsewhere. I can argue that you can go to another room. You know what I mean? Like, it's, again, like, it's getting real 50-50 here. Like, it's, I guess, and it's to an extent, it's like, no, you go to another lobby. No, you go to another lobby. It's like, what are we doing here? But at least, you know, I come back to that idea that it's in the spirit of the game. It's in the spirit of the mode that you're trying to win. So if you play it right by that sense, that I think you have more legs to, what's the expression? More ground to stand upon. You know, you have more legs to stand upon because you're actually trying to play right by the rules. You're trying to go for the actual spirit of and the mission of the game mode. And you can see right here, like, this is like super tight now. We've managed to come back. I'm like just freaking out. I'm not doing that well. I'm dolphin diving. I'm trying absolutely whatever I can. Nading, smoking. We're contesting the, you know, trying to keep it as even as possible. And I can see kind of my teammates are also super involved. I'm not having like, the best of games, but I'm really trying to go for it. And this mode here, for whatever reason, this helicopter area was always hard for me to just infiltrate. And so when I got those 2 nade kills in a row, my goodness, I was celebrating because I was like, okay, this is it. And look at this scoreline. I think it's by 2 points, 230 to 228. I have 46 eliminations, 35 deaths. Absolutely not that great, but my objective is at the top. And I was just absolutely stoked after having 2 difficult hardpoint matches before this to actually get the win. And I don't know, it feels actually kind of nice. It feels kind of rewarding. So that's the other side of, if you actually play the objective and you see your teammates going for it, and if it's so tight like that and you actually win, you've like earned it. Like, I don't know, it's just as enjoyable, if not like maybe even more so, than just grinding for camos. So that's my spiel on it, but I think there might be a part 2 to this discussion in another video. That's it for me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!